Hello and welcome to the Yamabachi podcast. Introducing me, the Germ, and joining me, no one.
Boo! It's Ghosty.
Haven't had a
Thought
boo
that'd
for
be
a
a
little
creepy
while
reference.
now.
Can you still see? Oh, you can still see my reflection when I do
Oh,
that.
yeah. Two reflections.
Not good. Wasn't as sneaky as I thought.
I don't want anyone else to make the same mistake I did. You're not recording in the bathroom.
No, these are not bathroom tiles. I'm not in the shower. These are windows, and it's dark outside. Extra creepy effect for the podcast.
It'll be a little more creepy in the shower, if you ask me.
That's kind of scary, and it would have been better with the theme of this episode too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well.
Next time.
It's not too late to change. Run over now. Sit on the
toilet. Next bathroom themed episode.
There's like dozens and dozens.
I'm sure there'll be more. I'm 100% sure.
Ugh. It's my turn to read this one. Should we just jump right into it?
Take it easy this week. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Everyone be ready. This is a scary one. Step right up and have a look. It's time for Yamabachi. Episode title, The Moon. We join a school basketball team away on a camping trip. While lying down in bed, they talk about how they've been here before when they were very young. Apparently, Daisuke fell into the toilets and got the nickname Dookie Suki. Not that he remembers.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. How convenient.
What a thing to forget, right? Of course, Daisuke, I didn't double check how to pronounce his name. I hope I'm pronouncing it right.
Of course, Daisuke. I remember is Dookie Suki, so you can just keep saying that if you want to.
Of course, Dookie Suki goes to the toilet later that night. He looks into the rather large chamber under the toilet while he tries to remember that time he fell in. He looks up at the moon, the memory coming back to him. He's in the toilet. It's a rather dark, spacious room filled with brown stuff.
It is huge. It's like bigger than the bathroom itself.
He thinks he hears something like breathing in the darkness. His friends find him, scaring off whatever was breathing, and he gets rescued. He never was able to tell anyone that someone was down there. He looks down to see a jump scare in the toilet.
Whoa, classic. Classic Yami Shibai.
He cleans his hands like a true hero when the stall door behind him starts to open. He looks in the mirror to see a poo human coming out of the toilet. The screen goes black, and we hear a toilet bloop. The end.
The toilet bloop was just like icing on the cake for sure.
I want to point this out. The toilet bloop comes from the water in the toilet.
Yeah, it wouldn't come from that toilet, would it?
No,
well, I guess maybe there's water like in the gigantic hole at the bottom.
Maybe. But like the bloop comes from like the pocket of air, right? That's under it.
Yeah.
Where did the bloop come from?
Yeah.
And also, when he was a child, he was standing down there. There was didn't seem to be any big water source.
I'm sure there was some human-based water source.
You'd think, but it didn't go past his shoes. Thank goodness.
In this last scene here that you've got open,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to see in the screenshot you have. Does the ghost look like him, or is it just me?
I saw speculation on that on the comment as well. I think I have one of them. I was thinking it'd be fun to check out and find out.
It feels unnecessary to me if that's actually him.
Let's back up. When he was a kid. Because those are the only two good shots we get of him.
It doesn't look like him at all in that.
In this one, like let's look at him. He's like black hair. He's all scared looking in the toilet. And then we go back. I don't think this is the best view. Okay, I think this is the best view we get of him.
I don't think his face is fully out in that screenshot.
I think this is pretty much the best we get before it turns to black.
Looks kind of corpse-like in general, I guess. If it's like some kind of time thing, like his spirit is stuck in the toilet or something, I'd be kind of confused by that.
That's so much cooler than anything I thought of.
The toilet is a metaphor for dealing with the shit in life.
Do you think they ever clean that toilet?
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah. Well, it's
I
a
mean, how are you
giant.
gonna clean out the hole though?
Yeah, it's a
You
giant
get like,
pit. Yeah.
yeah, nature deals with it, I guess.
It's a weird thought, right? Like they never seem to
um,
clean it.
I hate bathrooms like that. You just go in, and you're like breathing in, consuming
Mm.
other people's poop.
Yep.
That's more horrifying to think about actually than a ghost down there.
They are not nice washrooms.
Hmm.
Oh, I should mention this. I changed
Mhm.
their, they're a sports team, right? I changed
Yep.
it from baseball to basketball, just see if anyone would notice.
I'm pretty sure it was a basketball team.
No, it was baseball team.
Oh, when I was reading the subtitles, my brain automatically corrected it to basketball. So I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's weird.
It's funny we both went there, but it was baseball. I noticed I made that mistake and went, eh.
That makes more sense for Japan, actually. Basketball is not super popular there. Mostly baseball and a little bit of soccer.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So did you think there was any metaphors here? It seems ripe for metaphors to me.
Before we get to themes and metaphors, I just want to point out that there's two things I'd like to point out, if that's okay.
All right, go for it.
The way they talked about this him falling in the toilet, that's how you implant fake memories in people.
I was thinking about that too. Is like, well, I was thinking of more from the opposite perspective. Like he was trying to implant fake memories, saying that it didn't happen.
Oh.
But I don't know which way. It could be either way.
I think he was saying that it happened to him, and he said he didn't remember. But
Yeah. Oh, it seemed like he pretty genuinely didn't remember.
I don't know how you forget about something like that.
It seems pretty traumatizing. Yeah, I guess repressed memory.
Doubly so that something was breathing down there with him.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
And let me back up a little bit, but there is no way a child or an adult would fit down the hole.
I was thinking that too while you were
Yeah.
showing the pictures. Like, that's like the size of his head.
Yeah.
There's no way he would fit down there. So how'd they get him back out?
That's a good question. Hypothetically, if they clean it, which we're betting they don't, there would be a way
Mhm.
down there to actually get the stuff out.
Oh, that's true. Why would you want to do that though? There's no reason to.
Clean it?
Yeah,
I mean, you should empty it every once in a while.
that's true. I guess this kind of gets at like a classic childhood worry of falling into the toilet, especially if it's one with a big hole.
Yeah, that's true. That is a classic childhood worry. And
You don't
for
want to
this
become, well, what do they call them? Poopy
Dookie-san,
Sasuke?
a Dookie Suki.
Oh, Dookie Suki. Yes. I think that was probably just like an English translation thing. I bet you they said something else in Japanese.
But isn't Dookie is poop or something, isn't it?
In Japanese? I don't know. Maybe. Those are sounds that could be Japanese.
And that's everything I wanted to talk about. Should we get to comments then do themes and metaphors?
Yeah, let's go to comments.
Okay. So do you want to read the first one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I had a really hard time watching out for potty humor while looking through the comments on this one.
How much of it was just like toilet jokes? Probably
You
everything.
tell me.
So Inclid said, "Wow, he really did have a crap time." Oh, wow, so clever. It's good that I can't believe this says 248 thumbs up. What? Why?
It's a grade A comment. What can you say?
What is the average age on Crunchyroll? Must be a bunch of 6-year-olds out here.
Okay, I'll read the next one. She are 619 says epilogue poop monster you forgot to wipe Yamabachi. Some artistic interpretation on me for that one.
That's funny.
I like that one.
That one's better. That one's better.
Okay.
Uh, in or maybe it's
I
like DNA
think it's
Angel. I think
DNA.
it's DNA Angel.
Yeah, that's an anime.
Don't shit in a pit. Very poetic. I don't think there's anything wrong with shitting in a pit, personally, as long as it's a designated pit to shit in.
No, I think that's the moral of this episode. Don't shit in a pit.
I guess so. Indoor plumbing has come a long way.
The next comment made me laugh more than any other comment. Stephen Dorsey says, "This one wasn't even scary. It was just unsanitary."
I disagree. I think the pacing of this was actually really creepy.
When you brought up childhood trauma falling in the toilet, I was like, yeah, that does make sense.
That's definitely a thing, right? Like
Yeah,
that's not just me. Yeah.
I don't know, that would just made me laugh though. It's just unsanitary. Okay, here's the next one.
So Leo Lachante says, "Wait, did the thing that came out of the toilet look like him as a child?"
You
wait,
had
that's
that
what I
theory
said
too.
They had similar hairstyle.
Yeah. And the
Maybe
face shape
like his soul
was
got
similar.
trapped down there or something.
The face was similar too, like the face shape. I don't think we have any concrete evidence, but I think it's a fascinating idea.
I don't see any reason it would be. Maybe it's like what's that movie called? Us, where they steal the girl and then they put the fake. Well, that's a spoiler if you haven't seen Us. maybe cut that part
out. I'm probably just gonna leave it in. Like, I think at this point it's been far enough.
Well, spoiler if you haven't seen Us, but it's the same plot as this.
Do you think that was the turd monster the whole time?
Yeah, maybe that's why he doesn't remember. You never know.
Maybe he's coming to get his life back. I love this theory.
Exactly. That's the only thing that makes sense for me to have them look the same. Otherwise, it was just maybe they were too lazy to like animate a new character or something.
Or all the characters kind of look similar. Like,
oh, that too, I guess. The hair looked the same though.
It did look,
I don't know,
very similar. The next comment is from Oncage3.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom's chili comes back to haunt me.
Very accurate.
Just sit. It only has one thumbs up.
It comes back.
Here's the next one.
So Johnny Kest says, "The idea of having to use a squat toilet scares me more than a monster." Yeah, these squat toilets are interesting. I don't think I'd be able to use one.
I've used one before.
Like, I don't think you've used a squat toilet. I think you've used like an outhouse, like a public. Like
I've used
a whole
one
toilet.
squat toilet.
Where have you used a squat toilet?
I don't know.
They don't
I
exist.
remember it because I don't like it. I didn't like it.
I
didn't poop in it, thankfully, but
you see, I don't think I'd be able to poop in it. You gotta aim it directly.
It'd be so hard on the back and the knees.
It's true. Build those glutes.
Okay. The next one is a paranormal. Yeah, paranormal. Why was this one called the Moon?
I meant to question that.
I
know exactly what the spoiler comment's gonna be. Come on, it's too obvious.
So Blue Dog 79, I'm gonna let you read it though, says,
because it was a better title than Poop Monster, I would guess. That's not what I thought I was gonna say. I thought I was gonna have a butt joke.
But legitly, I have a theory it's called the Moon, is because when he was in the pit looking up, it was the entrance was round like the moon.
And that's what brought his memory back too, is when he looked up at the moon. And
so,
also, another word for butt is moon.
I don't know if Japan they would get that or not.
You never know.
So one last comment from Lone Warrior. I just stomped that thing back down to the gutter.
Honestly, yeah, that's probably your best approach at that point, or just run the heck away. I'd be out of there.
I'm just gonna comment this again. A hero for washing his hands, even though he had that jump scare. He's the hero we don't deserve.
Yeah, they said it was unsanitary in the comments, but this was actually promoting good hand washing practices.
I didn't come up with any good themes or metaphors. The only one I did was don't poop. But I think yours is brilliant.
We've kind of come up with some good ones while we're in here. Yeah,
Yeah.
the being scared of toilets in your kid. I've also had a few friends that, actually one friend specifically, that had a like outhouse bathroom when
Oh,
they were
yeah.
a kid, like outside of their house. No
We
indoor
did live in the
plumbing.
country. Yep.
And he was terrified of it.
Yeah.
Because he would go out there at like 3 a.m. It was like one of the scariest things that
Yeah.
you could do as a kid. So like
Legit.
if you had to use the bathroom, he would like count up to 30 and like try not to be out there for as long as possible.
That's a legit scary thing that you say it.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd be able to do it. Like even as an adult, I don't want to go out at 3 a.m. to use the bathroom. That's
As
scary.
as an adult, I'd be able to do it. Freak me out.
I
As a
wouldn't want
kid,
to.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't think I'd be able to do it on
yeah,
my own.
definitely not.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we go to our personal scores?
I feel like there's probably something in it being like his friends making fun of him too. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something about the insecurity of humans and our bodily functions, and I guess like how vulnerable we are in those times.
And I've come up with a really deep metaphor as well. Maybe it's all
What's that?
symbolism that baseball is a shitty sport.
Oh well, that's going to be a hot take. I don't condone this. I got nothing to do with this.
Oh, come at me, haters! Come at me. My real personal opinion, I think it's more fun to play than watch.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Bro, you haven't played baseball since you were like 6.
And I haven't watched baseball since then either.
All right. So for scores, let's
what
bring
was
this
yours?
home. I did think the pacing in this one was good. There was like a good build up of like, oh, what happened to him when he was a kid. Oh, there was something back there. Then there was like, oh, it's coming out. Like that was pretty good.
It was certainly different than anything else we've seen either.
So I think I'm gonna give it like an 8.
An 8. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
No Dookie episode for you.
This episode was not poop emoji, it was thumbs up emoji.
I've come to like it more, but I'm going to stick with my 1 out of 10.
1? Wow.
You've made me like it more than that.
Spectrum.
Maybe at the end of the season when we have our season wrap up, maybe I'll come back to it and give it a better score. But for now, I'm going to stick with my 1. I'm going to stick to my guns.
Wow, you hate this.
I dreaded coming back to this episode. I didn't enjoy watching it. And
you just don't like the toilet imagery or something? What do you don't like about this?
I just thought it was very shallow, not very deep.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. That was a pretty deep hole.
But you know what? When we do a recap, I think I might like this better. But for now, I'm gonna stick to my 8. And let me just do the math while I try and figure out what this number is. 8 plus 1. So
this might be the lowest episode.
Plus 1 is a number that's higher than 8 or 1 together. No, that's not true. That's higher than 8 or 1, but it's not higher than them together because it's the same number. It's 9. And it's not our lowest. It's above Zambai, which you're going to revisit at the end of the season recap.
Oh, we're flipping that to the top.
I'm not changing my score
Spoiler.
on Zambai.
I'm moving that straight to number 1.
I'm going to sit on our conversation with this one. I might change this episode score. And it's below Cursed, which got a 10. Which you didn't like, but I loved.
Cursed? Which one was that?
That's the one you read where the girl gets the mark on her. Yeah.
Yes. That one was whack.
Nah. That one's probably not changing its position.
It's not good.
Oh, I was not expecting you to come high gunning with this one.
Oh, I thought it was good. Maybe I'm just in the right mood for it. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Talking to you has made me like it more than I've ever liked it before. So.
Not good. Well, that's a high compliment.
So the next episode is called Video. Any predictions?
Some vague names. I'm predicting something like what was that movie called? The the ring where the girl comes out of the TV? Maybe something like that.
You're closer than you could even guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's like a classic ghost trope or something.
So what do you think's going to happen now?
Somebody's gonna come out of the TV.
Do you think it's going to
That's
be
creepy.
a moon?
I think it's gonna be a girl with long hair.
She's not going to come out backwards first, mooning everyone?
This was the episode for that. If that hasn't happened now, then it's not gonna happen.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining me, Ghostly.
See you next time.
See ya.